going on, YouTube, fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one, fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. Let's get right into the story. When most people are young, that's when they are really on the scene, out and about, always looking for fun or something to do, which is expected because those early to mid 20s hit different. You can work a full 12-hour shift, get off, hit a club with your friends, drink, turn up, and still be up bright-eyed the next day for work off of 4 hours of sleep. At that age, you are figuring out what you are into. Whether it's the single life, hanging out with friends, being in a relationship, going on date nights, or if you just want to grind hard early on and know all those other things until you are situated in your later years. There's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself though, especially in your early 20s. That's when you are supposed to mess up and make mistakes. I often explain to my 20-year-old, like, live your life. Don't be scared to mess up, but move smart. Because that young, in your mind, you think you know what's going on out here, but you are really green and still wet behind the ears. Some young adults get to navigate those earlier years, fall, get back up, go to college, party, with nothing ever going wrong. But we all know, unfortunately, on the flip side of that, in this world we live in, too many people don't make it to 21. But when you are out with friends, enjoying a party, you never think something that innocent could cost you your life. But sadly, it can. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it to Chicago, Illinois, to discuss a case of a man's paranoid actions at his birthday party that left a young woman gone. All the way back in 2012, 21-year-old Michelle Gregory was navigating life in the Windy City. Young but super ambitious, after she finished high school, the young lady enrolled in Harold Washington College and had future plans of enlisting in the Navy and seeing the world. Michelle had a steady job in which she worked hard at. It was in a serious and committed relationship. But just like most young people, all work and no fun was boring. So she would sometimes hang out with friends or co-workers just to catch a vibe of the city. So on April 12, 2012, while her and her co-workers were out spinning a few blocks looking for something to get into, it seemed right on time when one of their phones rang. On the other end was a man named Tyrese Orr, an associate of one of Michelle's co-workers who went by the street name Money. He explained that he was celebrating his 35th birthday and he was having a party. And if they wasn't doing nothing, the three young women should come by, hang out, eat, and have a few drinks. Bored, they agreed. They headed to a home in the 3900 block of West 19th Street. Once they got to the party, it seemed like it was all love. Everybody was vibing and enjoying themselves. Somewhere in the mix, one of Money's homeboys noticed Michelle and felt the young lady was pretty. He approached her trying to get her attention, but she respectfully declined, being that she already had a boyfriend. The man bopped off, but he would soon double back on Michelle to try his hand again. Feeling like he was drunk and a little bit too aggressive, she told her two co-workers she felt uncomfortable and felt like it was time to leave. By this time, it was early into the next morning, like 3:30 a.m. Everybody at the party was sauced up and the vibes changed. Michelle ducked off in the empty bedroom by herself to make a phone call. She was attempting to call her father or other family members so she could get picked up and leave the party. Michelle's two friends also walked in as they all discussed leaving. While on the phone, Money overheard the conversation and Michelle giving out an address. Feeling like she was on some setup type of time or dropping his low, he became paranoid and his mood changed, leaving the three young women to walk outside on the front porch. He stated out loud, "They calling dudes to my hood, thinking it's sweet," feeling like they were calling outsiders to the block. Money and the man that was flirting with Michelle earlier stepped out on the porch where the three young women was at. Money stated he felt disrespected and felt Michelle was trying to pull a move. The young lady stated she was only calling family for a ride, and she was saying if her other two friends were good and needed a ride as well. But Money wasn't trying to hear none of that. He upped his gun and shot Michelle multiple times. As her two friends watched and shot, they tried to help the young lady up, but he pointed the gun at them and stated, "Y'all better roll out too before you end up dead like your friend." Scared, the two women ran off and called 911. They flagged down a police car and told them exactly what happened back at the party. Police arrived at the home about 4:30 a.m. They found Michelle on the porch suffering from 3 gunshot wounds. She was rushed to a local hospital, but unfortunately, the young lady wouldn't survive her injuries. As police talked to people at the party, they all claimed they didn't see nothing or knew what happened, as Money was long gone. Michelle's two friends went to the police station the next day and gave them a description of the man and Money's nickname, because neither of the women knew his real name. Detectives were able to bring up a mug shot from a previous conviction, and the young woman ID'd him. As Michelle's family got the news, they were devastated. The young lady with her whole life ahead of her was gone for nothing, over just trying to find a ride home. Months would go by before Tyrese was taken into custody and charged with first-degree murder. As Michelle's family got the news he was caught, they felt like she would get some kind of justice, but it still wouldn't bring the young lady back. As the case made its way to trial with witness testimonies, Tyrese Money Oil was found guilty of all charges and sentenced to 34 years in prison. His scheduled release date as of now is August 15th, 2050. Rest in peace to Michelle. I send my prayers and condolences to her family. I know everybody probably will ask the same thing I was thinking. What happened to the car they was driving in earlier that day? But it seemed like they was dropped off by another friend that didn't attend a party. It's crazy a 35-year-old man was worried about a 21-year-old lady making a call, thinking ops was going to pull up to his hood. Fellas, I know some think it's cool to be in the streets with the hoppers at that age, but if you over 30, you might want to think about hanging it up, bro. It's over with. Money's paranoia cost this young lady her life, and him 35 years. I'm not saying women don't set up men. We see it every day. But if you that paranoid, you might as well party by yourself. Why even invite Shorty and them in the first place? At first, I was thinking that Money homeboy felt disrespected because Michelle kept curving him and pumped him up to shoot her. But everyone claims it was over disrespect and her calling a ride to the house and him feeling like she was calling people to the hood. Let me know in the comments which angle y'all think the situation stemmed from. And remember, we gotta succeed not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, it's a messed up situation. Rest in peace, that young lady. I send my prayers to her family. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. It's another episode of Hood Tales. It's your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.